Welcome to today's podcast.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Today we'll explore these key vocabularies in depth: comment, consider, courteous, courtesy, custom, and customary, with detailed definitions and rich examples to help you understand their usage. Comment, as a noun, means a remark or observation about something, and as a verb means to express an opinion or reaction. This word is used whenever someone speaks or writes their thoughts about a subject.
She left a thoughtful comment under the online article and received many replies. She shared her opinion to spark discussion.
He decided to comment on the new policy during the meeting, speaking up to express his viewpoint. His remark helped clarify the proposal.
The teacher asked students to write one comment about the reading, prompting reflection on the text. This exercise encouraged critical thinking.
She tended to comment frequently on every post she saw, offering advice or praise without hesitation. Her feedback was both welcomed and overwhelming.
He read the entire blog and added a constructive comment to improve clarity for future readers. His observation helped the author refine the article.
They asked participants to comment in the chat during the webinar to engage actively with the speaker. Real-time feedback made the session more interactive.
She received a negative comment about her performance, which she used to improve her skills. Even critical remarks can foster growth when taken positively.
He posted a brief comment on the photo, complimenting the vibrant colors and composition. His remark encouraged the photographer to share more work.
She tends to comment kindly on classmates' projects, boosting morale and offering helpful suggestions. Her supportive tone cultivates a positive environment.
He invited users to comment anonymously on the platform to gather honest feedback. This approach often yields more candid opinions.
The moderator asked everyone to comment respectfully, reminding them that tone matters in written discussions. Courtesy guidelines ensure productive dialogue.
She attached a lengthy comment, explaining each change she made to the document. Detailed observations guide better revisions.
He wanted to comment quickly but decided to draft his thoughts first for greater clarity. Preparation can make remarks more effective.
She asked her friend to comment on her speech rehearsal, seeking input on tone and pace. Constructive remarks refine presentation skills.
He often comments on industry news and professional forums, sharing his expertise and experience. His informed perspective adds value to conversations.
She chose not to comment publicly when emotions were high, opting instead to reflect privately. Timing can affect how remarks are received.
He posted a brief comment under the review to clarify his own experience with the product. His first-hand insight helped other readers decide.
She encouraged colleagues to comment on the draft to catch errors before publication. Collective feedback improves final output.
He wrote a polite comment to ask for more details, showing genuine interest in the topic. Curiosity often manifests as thoughtful inquiries.
She responded to every comment on her update, appreciating each contribution. Acknowledging feedback fosters community and collaboration. Consider means to think about carefully, to take into account, or to regard in a specified way. It implies weighing options or viewpoints before making a decision.
She will consider changing her schedule when she reviews the new meeting times. Careful thought helps balance priorities.
He asked them to consider all possible outcomes before signing the contract. Thorough evaluation prevents costly mistakes.
She began to consider a career shift after exploring new interests in her free time. Reflection can lead to life-changing decisions.
He needed to consider his friend's feelings when delivering tough feedback. Empathy plays a role in thoughtful communication.
She told her team to consider the client's budget constraints when proposing solutions. Practical considerations ensure realistic plans.
He paused to consider the implications of his statement on public perception. Awareness of consequences guides responsible speech.
She hopes you will consider volunteering at the shelter to gain valuable experience. Asking others to reflect can inspire action.
He decided to consider different suppliers to find the best price and quality. Comparative analysis often yields better choices.
She asked him to consider postponing the event until more people could attend. Flexibility can improve overall turnout.
He tends to consider alternative perspectives before drawing conclusions. Open-minded thinking fosters broader understanding.
She urged her students to consider the historical context when interpreting the text. Background knowledge enriches interpretation.
He agreed to consider feedback on his manuscript to refine the narrative. Revision based on suggestions strengthens writing.
She needed time to consider whether to accept the overseas assignment. Important offers benefit from thoughtful deliberation.
He will consider your proposal and get back to you by Friday. Clear timelines help manage expectations.
She chose to consider environmental impact when planning the project. Sustainability considerations inform better practices.
He likes to consider the long-term effects of each choice he makes. Forward-thinking guards against unintended outcomes.
She encourages her children to consider others' viewpoints before arguing. Teaching empathy fosters respectful dialogue.
He asked the committee to consider adding more resources to support students. Institutional change often begins with thoughtful requests.
She paused to consider the best way to phrase her email for maximum clarity. Clarity in writing reduces misunderstandings.
Courteous means polite, respectful, and considerate in manner. It describes behavior that shows good manners toward others.
She was always courteous to visitors, greeting each person with a warm smile. Politeness sets a positive tone in interactions.
He kept his tone courteous, even when delivering difficult news. Respectful delivery eases tense conversations.
She wrote a courteous email to thank her host for the delightful dinner. Thoughtful messages reinforce good relationships.
He remained courteous under pressure, which impressed his supervisor and colleagues alike. Calm respect wins admiration in stressful situations.
She ensured her voice was soft and courteous when speaking to elderly guests. Adjusting tone shows attentiveness to others' needs.
He sent a courteous reminder about the upcoming deadline. Gentle prompts help maintain professionalism.
She kept her feedback courteous to encourage improvement rather than discourage efforts. Constructive tone fosters growth.
He was courteous enough to hold the door open for others entering the building. Small gestures reflect genuine respect.
She made a point to be courteous when interacting with service staff. Kindness toward everyone demonstrates character.
He remained courteous when debating politics, avoiding personal attacks. Civility elevates constructive dialogue.
She spoke in a courteous manner even when she disagreed strongly. Maintaining politeness strengthens credibility.
He sent a courteous follow-up email after the interview. Professional courtesy can leave a lasting positive impression.
She was courteous in offering her seat to someone on the crowded train. Thoughtful actions ease daily challenges for others.
He offered a courteous apology for arriving late to the meeting. A sincere apology restores goodwill after mistakes.
She made a courteous request for clarification rather than accusing her colleague of an error. Diplomacy helps resolve misunderstandings.
He kept his remarks courteous during the negotiation to maintain rapport. Respectful communication supports successful outcomes.
She used courteous language when declining the invitation, expressing appreciation for being asked. Polite refusals preserve relationships.
He offered a courteous compliment on her presentation before suggesting improvements. Sandwiching praise with feedback softens critiques.
She always remained courteous in her customer service role, which earned her recognition. Consistent politeness builds strong reputations.
Courtesy means polite behavior or a polite action done for someone. It refers to acts that show respect and consideration.
She offered him the courtesy of an explanation before making the decision. Providing information ahead of time demonstrates respect.
He acknowledged her request with the courtesy of a prompt reply. Timely responses show appreciation for others' time.
She extended the courtesy of a ride home to her neighbor. Friendly gestures reinforce community bonds.
He showed the courtesy of keeping his voice down in the library. Conscious quiet helps maintain a conducive environment.
She gave the speaker the courtesy of her full attention during the presentation. Focused listening honors the effort of the presenter.
He paid his bill on time as a matter of courtesy to the landlord. Reliability in agreements reflects basic respect.
She gave the new student the courtesy of a tour around campus. Welcoming actions ease transitions for newcomers.
He answered the phone promptly out of courtesy to the caller. Quick responses respect others' need for information.
She held the elevator for him as a simple act of courtesy. Thoughtful timing saves others from inconvenience.
He offered the courtesy of a handshake at the end of the meeting. Formal greetings can strengthen professional ties.
She provided links to references as a courtesy to readers seeking more detail. Resource sharing empowers informed decisions.
He returned the lost wallet with the courtesy of including its contents. Honest actions build community trust.
She sent a thank you note as a gesture of courtesy after the interview. Expressing gratitude leaves a positive impression.
He whispered his question out of courtesy during the movie. Respectful behavior enhances shared experiences.
She offered coffee as a courtesy when he arrived at her office. Warm hospitality encourages friendly dialogue.
He corrected the error in private out of courtesy to spare her embarrassment. Discreet feedback preserves dignity.
She allowed him space to speak as a courtesy in the group discussion. Balanced conversation shows mutual respect.
He included subtitles in the video as a courtesy for non-native speakers. Accessibility measures foster inclusive communication.
She stored her materials neatly as a courtesy to the next user. Respect for shared spaces benefits everyone.
Custom means a traditional practice or habitual way of behaving that is specific to a community or culture. It often reflects shared values over time.
The wedding ceremony followed an ancient custom of exchanging gifts of fruit. Such traditions symbolize prosperity and health.
It is common custom in some countries to remove shoes before entering a home. That practice maintains cleanliness and shows respect.
The annual festival includes a custom of lighting lanterns at dusk. Rituals like this foster communal unity and remembrance.
Greeting elders first is a sign of custom in many cultures. Respect for age reflects core societal values.
Offering tea to visitors is a long-standing custom in her family. Hospitality customs strengthen personal bonds.
The locals observe a custom of wearing white on certain holidays. Clothing traditions can convey cultural significance.
Exchanging business cards with two hands is polite custom in many Asian workplaces. This formality underscores mutual respect.
They studied a unique custom involving dances around the harvest table. Folk traditions often revolve around agricultural cycles.
It became custom to send greeting cards at the end of each year. Seasonal traditions can adapt over time to modern formats.
Breaking bread together is an ancient custom that symbolizes friendship. Communal meals have deep social meanings.
He documented the custom of storytelling by the fireside in his hometown. Oral traditions preserve history and folklore.
Riding camels at sunrise remains a Bedouin custom among desert tribes. Nomadic customs often reflect adaptation to environment.
Celebrating name day anniversaries is a beloved custom in parts of Europe. Personal commemorations can be as significant as birthdays.
She respected the custom of offering a portion of harvest to the community shrine. Sacrificial customs often blend spirituality with gratitude.
The custom of wearing masks during the festival has ancient origins. Lavish masquerades connect participants to historical narratives.
They revived the custom of communal barn raisings in their small town. Collective labor customs reinforce neighborly cooperation.
His family maintains the custom of sharing a New Year's meal together. Generational customs create lasting family memories.
Documenting local customs became the focus of his anthropology project. Field studies often chronicle diverse cultural practices. Customary means according to the usual practice or tradition. Habitual. It describes something regularly done within a culture or group.
It is customary to shake hands when meeting someone new in many Western countries. That practice signifies mutual acknowledgement and respect.
He wore his customary uniform to work every morning, following company tradition. Consistent attire can reflect organizational culture.
Sending a thank you note after receiving a gift is customary in her social circle. Courtesy practices often follow gift-giving traditions.
The mayor delivered his customary speech at the annual parade. Recurring events frequently feature traditional addresses.
It was customary for her to light candles before dinner each evening. Rituals at home can provide comfort and structure.
They met at the customary cafe on Main Street for their weekly discussion group. Regular meeting spots often become community hubs.
He followed the customary protocol of standing when elders entered the room. Observing social norms demonstrates respect and awareness.
Offering a small gift at the start of negotiations is customary in their business culture. Diplomatic gestures facilitate smooth interactions.
She completed her customary warm-up routine before every workout session. Pre-exercise rituals prepare both body and mind.
Taking a midday rest is customary in many Mediterranean countries. Siesta customs accommodate local climate and lifestyle.
He delivered the report at the customary monthly meeting without delay. Punctuality in regular gatherings signals reliability.
It is customary to toast the guest of honor at formal dinners. Celebratory toasts have long stood as markers of respect.
She followed the customary steps to prepare tea at her grandmother's house. Family rituals often carry nostalgic significance.
They exchanged customary pleasantries before discussing business matters. Small talk customs pave the way for serious conversations.
He observed the customary break between lecture segments to allow questions. Structured pauses enhance audience engagement.
It was customary for new employees to receive a welcome gift basket. Onboarding customs help newcomers feel valued.
She adhered to the customary dress code at the gala, wearing formal evening attire. Dress customs often signal appropriate formality.
They held the customary annual board elections each spring without exception. Institutional customs preserve organizational continuity.
He enjoyed the customary family movie night every Friday. Leisure customs often become cherished weekly traditions. We hope these detailed examples help you feel confident using comment, consider, courteous, courtesy, custom, and customary in your daily conversations.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Join us next time for more vocabulary insights.
Goodbye and happy learning.